So, the Five Nights at Freddy's movie. It is finally out, and I am here to give my review on it. So, let's go into that. So, time for the positives. I gotta say, the animatronics are basically perfect. I don't find anything wrong with them except, I wish they're a little bit more dirty because they've been there for 20 years. I wish they're more dirty and look older, but that's fine. But I also gotta say the set design, ooh, man, that is super good. Yeah, I love everything about it. It's so good. I love how much detail they put into it, the Easter eggs and references to everything. It's so good. Also, the acting is really, really good. The highlight of the movie is probably every time Matthew Lillard was on screen. Oh yeah, speaking of references, the references, oh my gosh, it made me so freaking happy and excited. It's fan servicey, which I get and I like it, but when this is gonna be spoiler review, so when I saw Sparky the freaking dog on screen, I basically kind of teared up. I was very emotional because I remember when I was little, I used to believe that, and I remember seeing it. I'm like, oh my gosh, look guys, it's Sparky the dog. I used to tell that to my brothers and stuff. Man, I love Sparky the dog, even though he's fake, but I guess he's canon now, which is really good. Also, the Ella doll, that was super duper cool to see. That was a reference to the Silver Eyes and stuff with Charlie's little doll that comes out of the closet on tracks and stuff. It was really, really cool. I'm not sure why she's a spring lock suit though, but I don't know, but really cool. Also, freaking cameos. I had no idea that MatPat was gonna be in the movie like that. I was too focused on seeing Sparky references, and I didn't realize MatPat was in the movie when I was watching it. But that was super cool to see. Also, I love his name tag, Ness. I still remember watching that theory about Santa's Ness. And I gotta say, Corey Kenshin was also pretty cool. I didn't really know him before watching the movie and stuff. So yeah. Also, just the Sparky restaurant was also pretty cool. I think the sign was like a dog tag too. It's really, really cool. I love the references so much. Whenever William Afton with the Spring Bonnie suit was on screen, it was the highlight of the freaking film. I love the Spring Bonnie suit. It looks so freaking good, and I'm a little confused because how can he shove Mike and cross the room without having the spring locks go off? Because the slightest bit of moisture and the slightest bit of breathing can make the spring locks go off, but he literally freaking books it and sprints towards Mike and shoves him pushes him and freaking throws him across the room without having the spring locks go off. I'm a little confused by that. But then later on, when the cupcake freaking tears a piece off the fabric, that's when the spring locks go off? Okay, that makes sense, yeah. I'm kidding, no, it doesn't really, but I gotta say, I love the spring lock scene. Was really, really cool to see, but it could have really been better. I wish it was more bloodier, not gorier, but needed some more blood. I wish all the spring locks went off instantly, very fast, like it does in the games. And that would be so freaking cool to see. And I know I sound like a psychopath, but would it be better if you could hear him screaming for his life and he's actually in pain and he's dying? I wish the spring locks went off instantly. That would be so cool to see. But I mean, the spring lock scene was underwhelming, like Johnny Block said. It was pretty underwhelming, but it did it. It was okay. But I hope he becomes Springtrap in the third film, or maybe a little bit in the second film, post-credit scene. But Spring Bonnie, highlight of the film. I loved seeing him for realsies. It was so cool to freaking see him. And I liked the line that he said, "I always come back." I like that too, but it didn't make sense in the context, but still really cool. I really, really wish they used Golden Freddy better. Golden Freddy is really, really cool to see, but he was just there. That's it. He only killed Aunt Jan or Jen. I forgot which one. He only killed Mike's aunt, and that's kind of it. That's like, I guess he also is in the taxi, but he's just kind of there. Doesn't really do anything. But we do get to see a spirit though. But that's cool. But yeah. Also, the kills. The kills are cool, but some of them are good, some of them are Like, my favorite kill is gotta be the Max scene, when Max goes up to Freddy. That whole scene, when you see Sparky and stuff for the first time, that whole scene was so freaking creepy, and I loved it when the freaking ghost kid's like, warmer. That was so freaking good. I loved how creepy that was. I was creeped out. I was like, oh my gosh, this is so good. I wish they had a lot more creepy and scary elements in the film, like FNaF 1. Like, look at this gameplay. I wish I had more scary elements. Like, look at Freddy, look at Chica. Like, I really wish they didn't really have very super expressions. Kind of like eyes blinking. The eyes blinking thing didn't make sense because they're animatronic robots, and like when you blink, that's just like when your eyes get dry and like watery, you know, that kind of stuff. Biological stuff, but these are robots. Why are they blinking? That doesn't make sense to me. I'm fine with them having expressions. They're just a little too expressive, just with the eyelids and stuff. I'm fine with them like squinting, but like when they blink, that doesn't make sense. But how they move, I was so worried how they move. I thought that was gonna be banana splits crap, but it wasn't. It was really freaking good. I was surprised. I was really worried. That was like one of my main worries, how they will move. But they did it really, really good. I'm surprised. I love how they move. And I really wish they had more gameplay elements. Okay, I sound like IGN right now, but I really wish they did have like a little bit more gameplay. Like a scene of him checking the camera, shutting the door, and stuff, just like trying to keep the animatronics out. I wish they had that. And of course, this is the main thing that most of the fan base wanted, was to change the eyes. And I still agree with that. The eyes still look I really wish they had the black eyes, white pupils thing in the first game. I love how creepy that looks. Like, look at Freddy right there. That's peak. I love how they look. But yeah, I think the death scene, some deaths are okay. Like Carl the cupcake was a freaking menace, but he was a bit goofy. Like, he just freaking flies at Mike. I'm not sure how he can do that, but I'm not even sure if the cupcake has a soul or not. I don't even know how he's controlled. But Hank was pretty good. I liked Hank, but could have done better with more blood and stuff. What else? Yeah. So, now onto the criticisms. The negative part of the video. So, what did I not like about the movie? I did not like that the animatronics were blinking, and it was a little too expressive. Also, coming to like a biological stance, like us humans, when we blink, it's like when our eyes get dry and we need to blink real quick so it gets watery again. I don't know, something like that. That's what I hear. That's what I think. But the animatronics are robots and they shouldn't blink. I really wish they had the dead eye stare look. I'm fine with them like squinting and like having angry eyebrows. I like that. That's fine. Just, I wish I had more of the dead eye stare look. Kind of like when Bonnie just killed Hank and he just walked out. I wish he just stared at the guy in the hallway who dropped the crowbar. I really wish he just stared at him. Blinking, I think the blinking was okay in that part. Just like made it more creepy, to be honest. But I really wish there was a little bit more FNaF elements in it, like FNaF 1. Like the atmosphere, the lighting. I love the lighting. I wish they had the black eyes, white pupil stuff. That would make it look so much better. And I wish, even with that PG-13 rating, they can still do creepy things like FNaF 1. They can still do that without the gore and stuff. I really wish they did that. I wish the movie was a lot more scarier. I just found it fun. When I first would go see it, I was like, oh man, this is like the best thing I've ever seen. But watched it the second time, oh, this was pretty good. The third time, I didn't watch it for the third time, but like thinking about it now, it's a pretty good movie for a FNaF fan. It's not perfect. It's not like, oh man, it's the best thing I've ever seen. But no, it's pretty good for a FNaF movie. But they could have definitely done better. I really wish they did. I wish it was more scary, had more horror. And just, I lost hope in the franchise for a while because Security Breach and Ruin, I just wasn't excited for FNaF anymore. Like, even Help Wanted 2, like, I wasn't excited for that because it just had Security Breach characters. I hate Security Breach with every part of my being. I hate it so much. I will probably make it a video why I hate it. It's just, I hate it so freaking much. It just made me lose hope on everything about FNaF. It was horrible. I hated that catered towards kids. And same thing with Ruin. Ruin is mid. It's not good. It's not bad. It's okay. A little spookiness here and there, but that's kind of it. It's just more FNaF. But yeah, you can judge me and call out on me all you want. Like, oh, you cater toward the kids. Look at your videos. You were just a kid like them. You just cared for only the characters. I mean, I think for a little bit I did, but I still knew the lore. I still liked the games. I still played the games. I love FNaF. I've been a fan since 2014, and I grew up playing this. I remember like competing with my brothers, like, oh, who can beat the game first? Like on FNaF 3. I remember when FNaF 3 came out. I remember when the Nightmare Foxy teaser came out. I remember like I was at school and like my oldest brother came up to me. He's like, we were in the computer lab. We were asking the teacher a question like, oh, come here, Ryan, come here. It's like, I'm like, what? He's like, he just pulled up Scott Games and Nightmare Foxy was there. I'm like, oh my gosh, that's so cool, creepy. Yeah. I think I just hate the new freaking stuff of FNaF, but also Click Team posted a FNaF video, like a teaser for something, and it actually got me pretty excited. It actually looks pretty good. Sorry, I'm going off. This is about me just critiquing about the FNaF movie, not the series as a whole. Okay, back to what I was saying. The movie. I really didn't like how they used Mr. Cupcake. Like, he just freaking flew at Mike. That didn't make any sense. Like, is there soul possessing him or not? I don't know. But I really wish Spring Bonnie and William Afton was more on screen. That would be a lot better. I really wish the movie was more bloody, a little bit more gory, not just be over the top gore like Banana Splits crap. Just a slight gore, like FNaF 1. Look at FNaF 1, the death screen, like the eyes popping out. That would be really cool. And I'm glad they actually did have some gore in the movie. I love that they stuffed the robbers, the thieves into the suits. That was so cool. And oh my gosh, freaking Cupcake. The aftermath of what the Cupcake did to Carl was freaking so cool to see. His face was freaking obliterated. It was so bloody, and it was pretty gory. I'm like shocked. I'm like, oh my gosh, that's so freaking cool looking. Scott's going back to his old roots. Let's go. But yeah, what else? I wish they used Golden Freddy more. He was just kind of there. That's it. I talked about this kind of stuff earlier. Yeah, the eyes are mid. They're not bad. They're not good. They're just okay. I really wish they had the dead eye stare look. The movie could have done a lot better if it had a rated R rating. I hope the next movie will be rated R at least, because like maybe this movie will like bring in people like, oh, here's what FNaF is what it's about. But the next movie they'll be rated R, and I hope it'll be rated R. I hope Scott listens to criticisms and like makes the movie scarier. And I know Scott is like such a busy man, and I respect him for that. I just hope he does listen to the criticisms and like, oh, let's make the movie scarier and more horror. But yeah, he's a very hardworking dude, and I respect him for that. He's very busy, and I bet he's got a lot of stress on the hands because he's got a family to manage. He owns a freaking $1 million franchise, Five Nights at Freddy's, and has to manage all these different things. So yeah, I do hope the next movie will be more horror, and I hope it'll be like about FNaF 2. Like, I'm not sure. I wanted it to be a prequel sequel, like, but I don't think it's gonna happen like that. But I do hope if they have the toy animatronics, I hope they make them like actually creepy with the lighting and atmosphere, and hopefully they make them scary, because the toy animatronics are not scary at all. But like in this FNaF 2 gameplay, they were scary as heck. Scott made them really creepy and good. Just hope they do that in the second film if they want to do the toy animatronics. And the Wizards, I hope they have the Wizards. Like, I freaking love Withered Chica and Withered Bonnie. They're so creepy and good. But yeah, that's kind of that's kind of it. I think the movie was pretty good. There are some stuff here and there, like plot holes and stuff. The critics are right, but the fan base is also right. Like, they're both wrong and right. Like, I could definitely see the critic side, like, oh man, there's so many plot holes, the story's not that good, it's not scary, it's not a horror movie. I could definitely see that, and I agree with them. It's not a horror movie, it's just more like a FNaF movie, like, oh, here's FNaF, there you go. It's kind of what it felt like. And also, was it worth the 8-year wait? I think yes, but it's just a slight underwhelming. I was expecting a little bit more from the movie. I think it's a pretty good movie. It's great, it's fantastic, it's the best movie I've ever seen. It's not the best movie I've ever seen, but it's pretty good. I like the movie. I could definitely be better. I hope the next movie will be better and scarier. I really hope so. And yeah, thank you guys for listening to my TED Talk, and I'll see you guys in the next video. And I'll also go into why I hate security breach and stuff in a different video, and why I think the franchise kind of failed for a while and stuff. But yeah, thank you so much guys for watching. I'll see you guys next time.